What's up guys, TheGearChange here back with another video, and today I'll be installing some new and different parts for my engine bay. After doing my AirTech plenum, I thought it would be cool to add some other sort of bits and pieces that were blue. When I originally did my intake, I just used the standard piping that came with it, so I thought why not order some blue intake piping just for the front of the engine bay. I'm not going to be going all the way down to where the turbo is. I'll probably change that later, but that's not really super important right now. And then I ordered a carbon sort of style coolant tank cover, so just to sort of spice up the engine bay a little bit. So a few little things, but they should, you know, make it look nicer. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I've got and show you guys how to install it. So engine bay is a little bit messy with these things in here, but I've basically got this little expansion tank, so I'll have to take off these hoses carefully. I'm going to clamp them so obviously don't lose any coolant, and just pop this over top. I think I'll just need some double-sided waterproof tape, which I've got plenty of, and then these are the new blue piping. So I thought it's not really the same color, but it's close enough. It's blue. So yeah, I've got a new coupling, which this will go here. I'll probably have to maybe trim it a smidge, I don't know, I'll have to see how I go. And then I've obviously got this one, which definitely has to be cut. I just made sure it was on the right sort of bend or angle, as you guys can see, as the old one. So I'll take the filter off, disconnect all this piping and the MAF sensor, and then yeah, I'll try and get this one on first and clamp it up, and then sort of, I guess, probably use a Stanley knife or something, cut this, make sure it's nice and neat, and yeah, so shouldn't take me too long. I just thought it'd be cool to add some more color to the engine bay. I obviously want to get my actual engine cover dipped in some sort of carbon fiber looking material, yeah, something like that, or even just get one that's made out of carbon fiber. That would be really dope. I do need to change my coolant lines to blue as well. Need to get rid of the Simposer. So there's a few different things I actually need to do on the car, to be honest. Probably get a new torque mount. Don't need an engine mount just yet, but yeah, just want to be getting some more sort of maintenance prevention things on the car. So yeah, I'm really happy with the AirTech thing though, just as like a, I guess, follow-up. It's really nice. You can feel a little bit more power. It's nothing like ridiculous, but it is noticeable, and it just looks a lot nicer. Like when you pop your bonnet at car meets, people will actually think it's modified, because the old one does not give off that impression. So yeah, I guess let's get to it. Alright, so I have decided to use some Gorilla Glue tape, as it is super duper strong and should do the trick. I had some other stuff lying around, but it didn't do very well. So once you've gotten your coolant cap off, I've just put a piece there, and then yeah, I guess we will take the plastic off of this. So it's like a nice glossy carbon finish, so it should match my mirror caps quite nicely. And then yeah, that just clips over like that. So I guess I'll just grab one corner and try and, it's quite tough, eh? She does not want to budge. Oh, there you got it. There you go. Glad I haven't cut my nails anytime soon. Alright, so there we go. And then just line it up and press it on like that. So that's that part done. Already that looks a lot nicer, especially once you put it on like that. So yeah, just got to get some pincers and pull these back and make sure obviously no coolant comes out. I don't think there will be any in there, but I could be wrong, so I don't want them to spill. So I do have some clamp things over that way, just to hold them. But yeah, I'm gonna grab the pincers, take these off, and put the other piece of carbon on top. So I think it should make the interior, engine bay, my apologies, look a little bit nicer and just give it a bit more color. And then I'll have to do all the trimming of the intake piping. But yeah, just gonna keep at it. Alright, so I have got the piping off with the silly clamps. I got my dad holding them here just because they were such a pain in the ass to do. I have the new carbon style coolant tank cover will just pop over like that, and it should just sit on all of the different bits of tape I've got like that. And then I should be able to find a bit on the back of the plastic as so, and pull it off like that. Boom. So that looks quite nice. And then you've obviously got your cap. I won't screw it on super tight, but that's how it'll look. And then I'll obviously have to put the pipes back on and do the intercooler piping, but that segment is done. I think it looks a lot nicer, especially with the AirTech plenum. A little bit of carbon there and some carbon on the mirrors, so quite happy with that. Alright, so as you guys saw before, the coolant tank cover is on and in its place. Now I have to remove the coupling here and this sort of loop here. So I'll probably have to cut this, like I said earlier. I don't know how much of a bend I'm going to need to cut for it, but yeah, I don't think this will be too bad if you look at it next to one another. I might have to trim it a little bit, or it could just slide over, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to take the original ones off carefully, make sure I don't bump into the brake vacuum line, and then I'm going to put these on, tighten them up, and just see how it works for fitment, because I do like where the pod is here, sort of sticking up a little bit. Seems to sit well there. If I can angle it down maybe a tad more so it's more flush, I'll try to. But yeah, I'll just have to see how I go and see how this sort of works and how I can maneuver it. So I'll take that off now, and I'll put this one on and we'll see how we go. Alright, so I'm just loosening this clamp here first, and I'll try and get the actual pod out. There we go. It's pretty big. Might even need a clean, I'm not too sure, but that's off. And then yeah, as you guys can see, I'll see if I can move the camera around here. It's on a bit of a funny angle, but yeah, the diameter of this and that one should be about the same, I hope. Seems like this one might be a little bit smaller. We'll soon find out. It is a 3-inch pipe that I ordered, so let's hope it fits. But yeah, I'll take this off. Might even try to do a test fit just with this onto there before I take all of it off, just to see if it'll sort of sit where it needs to and fit. So I'll do that and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so for a bit of a progress report, sorry, I did try and record it, but the camera cut out. I've put the blue coupling on here, which didn't actually need to trim it, so that's really good. So I've got that in place with the mass airflow sensor, and I have got the intake with the new piping on. So I've basically just got to trim this either with a Stanley knife or a hacksaw or something, just so it's on the right angle. It'll probably be a little bit different to how it was before in terms of where it's sitting. I don't know if it was actually a 45-degree angle or if it was a 90-degree angle with the previous pipe. I think it might have been 90, I'm not too sure, but as long as I can get it to fit and get a clamp over it and make sure it's all sealed and tight, it's all that really matters. I can always change it later on. I just wanted to add some more color, even just having that little bit of blue there in the engine bay looks a lot nicer. So I'm gonna just figure out where I should trim it, and then I'm just gonna sort of put it in there, seal it up. I'll put the clamps on, and then I'll take the car for a test drive, and I'll bring you guys with me to, I don't know, I guess not really see what it sounds like, but make sure there's no leaks or any issues. So yeah, I'll cut this one up and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so with a little bit of difficulty, I have managed to get the new piping on. I have cut the new one to a similar sort of size. It's not the exact same as how it was. This one sat up a little bit more, as you guys saw, but honestly, I think this actually looks better. It won't hit the top of the sort of, I don't know what you call it, fire-resistant foam, whatever you want to call it, underneath the bonnet. And it's just neater, like it's right in here, and the dimensions are perfect. Like, it's not touching this, and it's just not touching the fuse box either. And it looks neater. It's more flush, so if I grab the camera and pull it around like that, it actually looks pretty good. So I've got blue piping there, still got to tighten them up all the way, but I think it looks a lot nicer having just, you know, a bit of colour in the engine bay. That's why I did it, and obviously the carbon fibre coolant tank as well. So might try and get a few other goodies, maybe a battery box or a fuse box in carbon from the same company or something similar. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Yeah, I'll get the camera on my head and we'll take the car for a spin. sounds pretty good. Honestly, I don't think it's going to sound any different to what it previously did, but hopefully the mic is picking up some nice intake noise for you guys. So that is it for today's install. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it wasn't anything mind-blowing, but I think it was still pretty cool just to sort of change over the pipes and also have a look at the coolant tank. I'll have the link to the coolant tank down below, and the Instagram of the company who makes it. I think it's 3R Design, so they make a bunch of parts and fabricate things in the UK. So yeah, I got that off of eBay, so I'll have a link for that if anyone's interested. But yeah, I hope that my DJI mic worked for a bit of intake audio. I did let you guys know on my community tab that I've got some new equipment coming, and I've still got more on the way, so I'm hoping to sort of keep stuff fresh and exciting. But yeah, so hopefully that worked for a bit of intake noise to show you guys what the car actually sounds like in the engine bay. I have attempted it before, but it's never really worked, so if it worked this time, I'll definitely do a POV with a mic at the back of the car and at the front. So yeah, if you guys like this sort of content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.